pues le doy continuación a este video que pues se me alargó demasiado que pues ya lo estoy haciendo. Realmente pues esta cuestión no fue porque pequeño descuido y se va a acabar. Pero bueno, entonces vamos a tratar. Lo que sí se tarda en determinar más.
You will die in agony.
Pues desbloqueado terror en las profundidades.
We need to clear a path. Go. I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A warden must...
A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
Pues no sé, ustedes a quién elegirían. Dice, es probable que Harold se muera para cubrir vuestra vida. Es probable que Stroud muera para cubrir vuestra huida. ¿A quién sacrificarían? Me gustaría realmente que pues me dieran su respuesta. ¿A quién sacrificarían ustedes? Pues es que la verdad no sé. Pues Barrett se va a poner triste de que Hugh pues ya no esté, y Stroud pues casi no lo conocemos. Pues igual y Stroud.
Stroud. Inquisitor, it has been an honor. For the Warden!
Es probable, más bien murió. Era 100% pues, el dicho de que iba a morir. Esa era la probabilidad real. Pues como verán, estuvo dura la lucha, y eso que pues iba bien armado, incluso pues nivel por arriba del sugerido. Pero pues como les dije, estamos en pesadilla, entonces pues obviamente la dificultad se ve muy exagerada en el sentido sobre todo de los enemigos líderes principales, que pues bueno, ya ustedes han visto la lucha. El cara de serpiente lo ha logrado.
She was right. Without the nightmare to control them, the mages are free. And Corypheus loses his demon army. Though as far as they're all concerned, the Inquisitor broke the spell with the blessing of the Maker.
They came out of this alive. As far as I'm concerned, they can tell whatever stories they like.
I suppose you're right.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake. Where is Stroud?
Warden Stroud died, striking a blow against the servant of the Blight. We will honor his sacrifice, and remember how he exemplified the ideals of the Grey Wardens, even as Corypheus and his servants tried to destroy you all from within.
Inquisitor, we have no one left of any significant rank. What do we do now?
Los guardas son desterrados de raíz, no ayudan para nada a la Inquisición, marchados de Orlais. Los guardas grises ayudarán a la Inquisición, puede que sean vulnerables a la corrupción.
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Stroud died for the ideals of the Wardens. In war, victory. And we are still at war. Do you believe the Wardens can still help?
I do, your worship.
You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori. But there are plenty of demons that need killing.
But they hurt people.
While they do that, I'll inform the Wardens at Weishaupt what's happened. Best they not get caught off guard.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
Good luck, Inquisitor. It's been an honor. And take care of Varric for me.
Gerlache de Apis. Las mentiras del abismo. Pues bueno, así es como trasciende esta historia. Pues al ya no estar Stroud, pues no hay alguien que lidere de forma firme a los guerreros grises y pues son vulnerables a la corrupción, aunque estén en la Inquisición. Oh, vaya agonía que provoca todo esto, ¿verdad? Pero bueno, por lo menos ya hemos desencadenado una lucha que llevó a la paz a estos guerreros. Y pues también le hemos metido un entrepié a Corypheus, que pues probablemente vuelva con nuevos personajes, porque prácticamente le hemos destruido un par.
He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. You dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
We owe much of that to Stroud, and to the Divine.
Yes. While you bested Corypheus here and at Halam Shiral, he himself was not present either time. We fear he is close to finding another way to enter the Fade. When you have a moment, Colin and Josephine are waiting in the war room with an update. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She seemed calm, serene even, and she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
Pues ya subí de nivel, ya soy nivel 18. Y también la influencia, nivel 11. Aquí ya sé el abismo, pues estuvo larga la misión, no les voy a mentir. Y complicada, pues 2-3, ya ustedes lo vieron. Pues hemos ganado acá un poco de influencia, de poder. Estela de sangre, eso que digo, estela de sangre. No sé qué es eso, la verdad. Muchas cosas luego te dicen que la neta ni la más remota idea. Ah, no quiere hablar con nosotros, la pelotuda. Pues bueno, vamos a checar la hoja de personaje para pues proporcionarle habilidad. Aquí todo bien. Dice, tus hechizos queman magia ambiental que normalmente ralentizaría tus lanzamientos de hechizos. Cada hechizo que lances acorta tus tiempos de recarga activos. Pues voy a ver si puedo sacar ahí este. A ver, ¿esto qué es? Mina de fuego. Pues sí, pero la de muro de fuego. Ya solamente tengo que esperar un nivel. Toro de hierro. Vamos a ver qué le pongo. Ah, no, no le puedo dar nivel. A solas tampoco. Aco tampoco. Pues como verán, aquí estamos en mi recinto. El feudo celestial.
My friend. Perhaps you could ask Sarah. Actually, what do you wish to know? Elvenan was the Empire. Imagine beings who lived forever. Some trade freely with humans. They cling to memories of a better. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
You said that...
But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
I'd be interested...
I would teach, provided it remains a tool. It must have been beautiful.
Bueno, pues aquí hablando un poco con los personajes.
I do love how you're always on the go. It's tiring to watch you. I'll get the amulet back. Could I adore you more? Probably not.
Could at least bring me wine. Loosens the tongue, so to speak. You seem very interested in my opinions. About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often. You know where I'll be.
¿Dónde estamos? Ah, sí, vale. Pues vamos con Barrick.
I knew Stroud, you know, not well. He led the Wardens near Kirkwall. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
You must be glad that Hawk made it back in one piece.
Yep. Closest thing I've ever seen to a miracle there. Oh, Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where he's going. I'll have to let Carver know. I'm sure he'll take it well. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
Pues, como verán, está contento porque sobrevivió a su amigo, justo como lo planeamos.
Sorry,
Those bands
Aunque claro, se movió el Strobe.
hostile person with the trade kept food and arrows.
Se planta en la semilla. Aumenta el profeta. Elementales. Planta una semilla, planta una semilla, todavía no está. ¿Quién
There
está
is a problem that needs your attention, Inquisitor.
I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe. If I learn of its origin, I'm... Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. If you have
Pues sí,
questions,
no
then
tienes
ask.
razón, los podemos ocupar en un futuro. Vamos a ver qué me
Inquisitor.
decir la madre.
I suspect many of the faithful.
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark, and Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone's...
Ah. And how do you feel about what you have learned?
I'm relieved to have any worries about Andraste or the Maker put aside.
Then I will say... Now, is there anything I can help? What would you like to know?
Vamos para acá. Lo que sí, no me acuerdo dónde está Cole. Porque ya tiene bastante que no hablo con Cole. Por ejemplo, aquí está Cassandra.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Let me guess, you're composing a love poem.
Chiquilla traviesa.
I couldn't, not even if my life depended on it.
It's not that hard.
Yes, it is. Poetry takes finesse, it takes grace.
Do you think you don't have those things?
Esa tía se me hace como si tuviera
Historians will
síndrome
one day
de-
ask what happened at Adamant
Por favor.
Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there,
No sé
but
usted.
others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
Do you really think it might have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible. Nobody knows. A spirit could have assumed her form. It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It matters to me, to what I must write. I wish I'd seen her, seen it. I feel so inadequate trying to interpret.
I believe it was the Divine. She helped us one last time.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it.
Pues creando leyendas.
When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
Pues como ven.
I understand if resources cannot be spared to help search for the missing Seekers, Inquisitor. Still, it could involve a threat we are unaware of. There may be a use in looking.
Do you have any advice?
It seems that's hardly surprising. Whatever advantage he hopes to gain, we need to stop him at once. Why am I not surprised? I would prefer not to speak of The tale gets bigger each time it's told. Yet I became the right hand. Just wait till they start.
No, no me dijo nada.
He wants what? I don't know. I just brought the message.
Inquisitor.
How's it?
I think I like this job. Goodbye, Your Worship.
Inquisitor. Sprightly. Someone requested a dragon flagon. I drew him out. Inquisitor.
Again. Again. Come on. This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. Been a while since I needed it, but that nightmare demon was... big.
Era grande.
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit you with this stick?
Probably, if I try. It'd involve a lot of Qunari words, though. Just hit me with the stick, all right? I need to get over this demon crap.
All right.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the Fade, huh?
That nightmare wanted to tear you in half.
Not a chance. Piece of Fade, piece of crap. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull. I needed that.
Me encanta ayudar.
Thanks, boss.
And that works for you?
Yep.
All right, then.
Bueno, vale, vale. Vale, 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 vale. Vale, 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 vale. Vale, vale. ¿Dónde está Cor? El fucking Cor. Black Hole. Bueno, vamos con Black Hole.
Someone I knew once described adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said.
A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
And that's why he has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
You can't expect everything to go well all the time.
No. But we still have to try, don't we? Even Clarel. She had to try. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the... joining. At the heart of it, all a Warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
Oh, corre bien rápido. Qué cojonudo.
Inquisition? May God be with you.
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
I'm pleased that you feel that way.
Makes me sound like a Chantry sister, doesn't it? Some giddy new initiate. But so be it. I suppose you've earned my loyalty and girlish enthusiasm. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I ever thanked him.
What is this
It's a... But... the goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
He must have wanted something from you to help like that.
A pupil, a squire. Someone to teach and to mold. He saw my potential. When it was over, he offered to mentor me. To teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
Don't waste your time on regret.
Regret has its uses. It comes from reflection, and stops you from making the same mistakes twice. But I'm older, hopefully wiser, and I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Vale, hay mucho que hablar con ese tío.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Pues esta historia sí que estuvo perturbadora. People Pearson. Uno trofeo. People Pearson.
Hey, you need me? You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company?
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun. Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your worship, I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
I can think of worse places to go with Crimicius.
So can the chief, believe me. He loves his nicknames.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Wait, are you? I didn't realize.
You didn't? Well, great. Now we can all talk about it.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunatlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, creme. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the charges, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
Capullas. O sea que Grim es mujer.
You really take in anyone, don't you?
Anyone who can carry their weight in a fight.
And who can put up with your bullshit, chief?
Man can beat the Chargers, cause we'll hit you where it hurts. Unless you know what's happened with loose cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield, we'll gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
Sí que está de locos.
How you doing?
Can you tell me?
What do you want to... The cities were worse. Trying to conquer a country. I'd be on patrol in the market. Next thing I know, that is what things are like for the natives of Sahara.
Acá conociendo a la bandera. Creo que aquí hay alguien más. El Graham. ¿Quién está aquí arriba? ¿Quién eres tú? Literalmente, ¿quién eres tú? Ah, el de la limpieza.
You happier with the champion off with the water?
There were
Vamos a ver
wardens
quién
in
está acá
Kirkwall
arriba.
too.
A lo mejor está Cole.
No, it's better you not.
No le gusta estar apartado. Ah, sí, miren, aquí está Cole.
Right.
Por fin, ¿eh? Por fin encuentro.
No. But you like demons. I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse if I ask. Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic.
He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
No me quiere atar. Es un mago y le gustan los demonios, pero no me va a ayudar. Pues, ¿qué pasa?
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden mages. And then I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen. I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman.
Good. They will not take me.
Un amuleto para Cole, para que no se ponga loco, porque es un loquillo. Vamos a ver qué más tiene que decir.
My what? Nothing.
Chiquillo.
Roderick was sorry before he died.
Did he tell you why he was sorry?
Blood everywhere. Monsters. The Herald stands against voices in the... so long. It started out helping. Taking the fear away. Yes. Maybe. What was it?
Someone found a barrel full of misplaced daggers. Was that you?
They were safer there.
Let's talk about something else.
All right. Words just like when I listen to Varric. The good ones remember. They are dead and dark and done.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably. It wasn't blood in the bath, fingers on the scalp.
The servants are having some trouble remembering some odd events. Someone is leaving peeled plums on the windowsill. It's attracting flies.
Spiders need to eat.
And healers need something to treat infected wounds, like spiderwebs.
The plums are already dead. They don't mind helping.
Can I assume you're responsible for the turnips that have shown up in the fireplaces?
They don't smell the same raw.
You needed that soldier to smell them, so he could die thinking he'd gone home.
He did go home.
Someone found a barrel full of misplaced dagger.
They were safer there.
Stop causing trouble around Skyhold. You're upsetting people. I don't want to hear about it again.
You won't.
Pues alguien tiene que tratar con estos niños.
I wonder who knows pain has tried the game. There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
It's good to see you.
Pues como ven acá nuestro feudo celestial. No, todavía no se puede plantar alguno. No, aquí hay alguien. A lo mejor ya sé quién es. La embajadora. Ah, miren, aquí podemos juzgar a alguien.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order would ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground ye trod in your pathetic life. I serve a living god. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Castigo de mago, tranquilidad. Entregad a los guardas. No sé qué es eso de tranquilidad, pero vamos a usarlo.
You are the worst of us. The damage you have done is beyond all reckoning. A mage's crime, a mage's punishment. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, I deny you death. Tranquility.
You cannot! I am a lord, you pissants! I will not lose myself!
Te niego la muerte. Cojonudo. Josephine.
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montilier's fortunes.
I remember you said your family had been forbidden from trading in Orlais.
It's devastated our finances. The Montilliers have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
I had no idea your family's situation was so precarious.
Hardly anyone outside the family does. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It's just... it is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Most people worry about their next meal. Never mind an estate.
I'm not blind, but I worry for my family. My foolish sister Yvette with her daydreams. My brothers trying to rebuild our fleet with their own hands. Is it wrong to hope they never know hardship?
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royeaux... I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Do you have any idea who murdered them?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Val Royeaux, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
What will being seen with me gain the Comte?
The Comte will drop hints at parties he's to meet with an important visitor. Allies and rivals will take note. Once he's met you, there will be speculation. The Comte will subtly spin reports to his advantage. He will use us. But if he knows who killed my people, I ask that we indulge him.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means... you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family. We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royeaux. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me?
Even Leliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
Tell the petitioners, Andraste said her herald's word is as her own.
That will certainly make the Chantry take notice, but we shall spread the word. A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Ban Vigard of Ferelden is visiting. An honor, to be sure. Please show no alarm if you hear shouting in his quarters at night.
Shouting?
His lordship spent a half a year with his lands under siege by Darkspawn during the Ferelden Blight. His wife informs me the Ban still sleeps rather poorly. A pleasure.
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us. We'll speak later then.
Bueno, pues vamos a ver qué sigue. Ah, pensé que aquí había puerta.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Ambassador Briala has not forgotten her debt. You may count on aid from Orlais.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After Adamant, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds and sent them marching south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
They've terrorized Thetis long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you. This is an Illuvian,
Eso no estaba
an
antes,
elven
ya sé dónde es.
artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
You can restore an artifact like this?
There was a price, but one I gladly paid. I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Literal, ¿eh? ¿A dónde vamos? Y si prácticamente nos teletransporta a un lugar, de este mismo lugar, que no podemos salir al otro portal. Parece como un cementerio con lápidas grandes.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
Is this place dangerous? It feels...
Unnatural, yes. We are, however, in no immediate peril. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key?
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
If most of these mirrors are broken or locked, then what use are they?
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Pues como ven, prácticamente es como otra dimensión, algo que se asemeja al velo, y con el poder suficiente pues pueden pues llegar en carne propia al mismísimo velo a través de este lugar. Y por lo que tengo entendido, nos vamos a ir hacia el sur, donde pues ellos ahorita se encuentran por ellos, abasteciendo ahí a su ejército. Ah, miren, es como el del velo, que nos daba habilidades. No sé si lo recuerdan. Y sí, ya sabía que era aquí. Ya decía que esa habitación se iba a ocupar tarde o temprano.
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the...
Of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Ah, ya sé dónde es. Es donde pues había como unas montañas que no se podía entrar. Y que